So hi guys, another week of Premier League is back. Let me just check
Premier
the audio.
League is back.
So yeah, the audio is working brilliantly, and uh, the Premier League is indeed back, so another London derby for Chelsea to contend with, and lots and lots of things going on in the world of. In the world of transfers, some talks, some transfers going through. Everett Eze to Spurs was all almost agreed, but it hasn't gone through, and by the looks of it, it won't be going
It
through.
hasn't
So
gone through, and by the
I mean, disappointing for Spurs. I'm pretty sure they wanted him for the game against Manchester City tomorrow. Although I don't think he would have started, but nevertheless, he's not going there anyways. And then we have Alexander Isak issue. The team news will probably go through them. We will probably go through them later, but for now, Chelsea, who I think have sold Renato Vega. Renato Vega has been sold by Chelsea to Villarreal for about 25 million. West Ham are kind of struggling. About an hour to go before the match kicks off at the West Ham Stadium and the London Stadium as it is known, and then all hell will be breaking loose. I haven't been keeping track of the transfers over the last couple of hours. I've been busy with some other stuff of watching YouTube football, and so won't be aware of if there are any transfers that have gone through or any rumors that have come to light. But we'll plow along. Football in itself is more important than the transfers. They will happen when it happens, and the big game over the weekend or on Monday is of course the game between Liverpool and Newcastle United up at St James's Park. James's Park, and so I mean that will be hostile. I wish we could just teleport ourselves there and then watch that game. But the good thing is we will eventually get there, and we will eventually get there and see how it turns out for both the teams. And then we'll see. But on Tuesday, the PFA awards were announced. I mean, Alexander Isaac of Newcastle United, as things stand, was named in the team of the Premier League season last season. He wasn't there, and then he released a statement saying a lot of things about the club I support, that is Newcastle United. I mean, he should have ideally kept his mouth shut, but who knows? It might have been his agent who was talking about what's going on and what's not going on. But yeah, I mean, he said broken promises and all. And today, Newcastle manager Eddie Howe has had his pre-match press conference ahead of the Liverpool game, and he's kind of set the record straight that there were conversations that took place, but nothing nothing was written or what kind of conversations they were you know they were what they were. It wasn't as if anything was agreed in that statement. And as a professional footballer, I genuinely feel I'm not. I mean, maybe there have been players who who have done things worse, but since I've been following football for 24 seasons, I don't think I've seen a player behave more disgracefully than Alexander Isak. And it is a shame for me to say that he plays for Newcastle United, a club that I support, not that me supporting Newcastle United, not that me supporting um, Newcastle United has got anything to do with Alexander Isak or how he has behaved, but that is absolutely diabolical. Either you don't claim your wages, you say that since I am not playing, I don't want the wages that you're paying me, and I am happy with the way I am. But you're not putting any transfer request in, and it's not as if the club hasn't tried its best. I mean, don't listen to the moronic Liverpool fans come up with the who come up with theories. I mean, far beyond. I mean, that is far beyond stupidity, to be honest. And yeah, so I mean, Alexander Isak, I personally don't want him to play for Newcastle ever again. Honestly, I would think that if he moves on, it's best for everybody. I mean, he has already cost us 2 points, I'd say. I mean, he could have been injured for that game anyways, but the way he didn't play against Aston Villa. We should have. We should have wiped the floor with Aston Villa with a striker, but unfortunately, we missed our chances, and we even had a power play where uh, where we could have, where we could have. Where we did have uh, a chance of playing approximately half an hour with 10 men, but wasn't to be. Aston Villa held on. They were professional. They did a job. They got a nil-nil, and so did we. So a point at Aston Villa. I mean, in theory, isn't a bad result, but I feel that the way Aston Villa are currently, they will they will drop points at home. Quite regularly this season because the PSR thing will take its toll mentally, physically, and the player wise as well. They might. I mean, I hope they don't sell Morgan Rogers to Spurs who have been linked with him. Um, and yeah, coming back to Alexander Isak, I genuinely hope that I mean a if he moves on before next Monday or Tuesday's deadline, or B, he somehow, I mean, comes to his senses, realizes. Can you imagine there are people in this world who are defending his stance and what he has been doing in this transfer window and what he has been doing in this transfer window and saying is okay, let him
what
go.
he has been doing.
And yeah, I mean, Jesus freaking Christ, and I'm not even a Christian, so and yeah, so I am a bit disappointed by, bit disappointed. I mean, if he was someone, I mean, I worked in a job, I handed in my notice period, I worked harder in my notice period than um, as hard as I could in my notice period as I anytime had in my previous job, and I mean, I worked harder than any other teammate that I had, or so I think. I mean, everyone has the right to think that they might have worked better or harder, but I mean, I left no stone unturned. I worked my ass off, and I mean, I wasn't happy with the pay I was getting. I handed in my notice period. Never did I behave unprofessionally. So I think I am of the nature that I mean I berate people when they don't work as hard as I think they should work, and that was for me a bit disappointing from Alexander Isak or any other footballer who's getting paid well week in week out. They should they should they should give it their all. I mean, leave nothing behind, so as to say. But isn't to be Alexander Isak as of today. Eddie Howe has announced that he won't be playing against Liverpool. Fine, fair enough. I don't care. I mean, he could have been injured for all I care. But yeah, it is what it is. Alexander Isak has made his bed. Now he has to lie in it. And I mean, Liverpool have behaved abhorrently in this whole scenario. They've for all they talk about People's Club or whatever, and, putting in a paltry bid of 110 million, uh, engaging shill journalists to do their dirty job, to unsettle player, to unsettle. I mean, Alexander Isak's agent has been clown anyways, and we'll see where it ends up with Alexander Isak on Monday. On Monday, we will talk about ahead of that hostile game at St James's Park, or what I think will be an hostile game at St James's Park between Newcastle United and Liverpool. And yeah, so we will talk about when we get there. Another issue that has been going around is uh, is the fact that. Eze was supposed to be going to Tottenham. I mean, going to Tottenham. And yeah, so just checking audio so that it's fine. And so yeah, but in the end, injury to Kai Havertz. Not sure how long he'll be out for. Never want to see any player get injured or anything like that. But 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 Arsenal saw an opportunity. There were like some gaps in the way the in the way that the negotiations, let's say, between Spurs and Crystal Palace were going. As they, I'm not sure if he is an Arsenal fan, but he certainly was at Arsenal's academy. Was released by other London clubs, including Fulham as well. Ended up with QPR again. West London found his way to Crystal Palace, and then ended up. Oh, well, now looks like it. He will end up at Arsenal, the club where he you know started his football journey. Let's say, and and yeah, so yeah. I mean, big blow to Spurs. They've already been you know, hit by injuries hit by injuries. James Madison is out. I mean, I doubt if he comes back this season. We'll see the best of James Madison this season, or I mean. ACL injuries are certainly nothing to be taken lightly, and I doubt we will see him perform to his best. Of course, Spurs have Champions League this season. Won't be easy for them in the league and Champions League. Yeah, last season, I mean, they virtually parked the league and then focused more on the Europa League, which they ended up winning, and by dint of which they ended up in the they ended up in the Champions League. So the 8 games in the Champions League won't be as easy as in the Europa League. I mean, I'm not taking the Europa League lightly, but it certainly won't be as easy as Europa League. So, and I mean, they've lost Heung-min Son, they've lost Mikey Moore, who's gone on loan, who played a few matches. They've lost Kulusevski, and who's out injured, and then now they've got Manchester City up next tomorrow. Tomorrow, it is tomorrow. So it is tomorrow. I mean, I can't see them winning that game against Man City at the Etihad, Etihad, Etihad. So and Kulusevski out, Madison out. Somehow they beat Burnley. Richarlison with two brilliant goals. Kudush has come in. He's done well. I mean, I like Kudush. Last season he was terrible at West Ham. He could be a spark, as they could have worked well for Spurs, but looks like for now they might go in for Morgan Rogers, but they might go in for Morgan Rogers, but for now, for this game at least, they'll have to do with the squad that they have. Matthias Tell could help, but I mean, remains to be seen who else comes in. Wilson Odebear was out for a long time last season. He could come in and do a job for he could come in and do a job for Spurs, and yeah, so he could he could come in and do a job for Spurs, and then we've got who else? In defense, they've got Kevin Danso, whose loan has been converted to a permanent move to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and yeah, so I mean, let's see if uh, uh, Spurs sign any other players. As of now, it doesn't look. I mean, not that I can. Yeah. So let's see. I mean, Nottingham Forest. I mean, they have made some very good signings, and made some very good signings, and they made some very good signings. But the situation looks like Tyler Dibling is like Tyler Dibling going to going to Everton. Good signing, cracking player. cracking little player. He'll do well, and yeah, he'll do well at Everton under David Moyes. I'm pretty sure, and Chelsea playing today in their black black kit, and yeah, we'll see how it uh, how it goes for Tyler Dibling. But Nottingham Forest looks like uh, looks like uh, looks like they've looks almost certain that things aren't particularly well at the city ground and yeah, and it'll be disappointing. It will be disappointing if Nuno leaves. He's done he's done brilliantly with Nottingham Forest. They beat Brentford 3-1 at 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 their home stadium. I mean, but yeah, looks like uh, looks like all is not rosy at between Marinakis between Marinakis and Nuno Espirito Santo. I mean, would be a bit of bill for would be a bit of bill for everyone to swallow at would be a bit of bill for everyone to swallow at the city ground. They finished seventh last season by I mean they should have. I mean I genuinely think they should have. I mean one result is all they needed and to finish in the what do you call the Champions League places. Either one win or one win, let's say, or a draw converted to a win. So that would have helped them, and they who knows what the situation might have been. But Marinakis, he's sacked managers before. He sacked managers before. I mean, I don't see any managers walking away. Any managers walking away these days with so much of the you know so much um, so much you know money on the line when it comes to payoff. So much. I mean, uh, so yeah, I mean, and one thing I've already always maintained is if there is disturbance of the pitch, it will percolate and permeate itself on the pitch. Always, it will permeate itself always on the on the pitch as well. And yeah, in the meanwhile, you might have seen that I put up the team news for your reference. So anyone who joins can have a look at the team news for the game between West Ham. I haven't had a chance to look at the team, but here it is. Let's see what Chelsea are going with. Looks like Tosin is back for. I mean, I was looking for Adebayo, but Tosin is going by his first name. Tosin is back, but let's look at the home team first. Home team first. Um, Matt Hermanson, new signing from Leicester City. Van Bissaka, former Manchester United, he's at right back. Todibo, Kilman, and Agad, the three centre backs. And I'm not sure who will play left sided wing back. Let's say it would be Alhaji Malik Diouf. the new signing from France, Rennes, I think he signed from, and and uh, and midfield, Suchek, Ford, Prowse, Paqueta, uh, Bowen, the captain, and Nicholas Fulbrook. So looks like a 5-3-2 as far as West Ham are concerned, and they were absolutely awful, awful, absolutely awful last what was it last Saturday against Sunderland. Oh man, Sunderland of all clubs. And yeah, so I mean, I hope when I say the only way is up, I mean the only way is up. I mean, would hate to think that there's a way where they're worse than what they were, but we'll see. I mean, as far as Chelsea are concerned, Sanchez goal. I mean, he's. I mean, he looked better. I don't know if he's improved or not, but he certainly looked better in the I mean, since the FIFA Club World Cup, which Chelsea won. Congratulations to them. Two trophies in a space of 7-8 weeks, 2 months, let's say, and yeah. So congratulations to them. And then Gusto at right back, no Reece James. Not sure what's wrong with him. Maybe he might be there, but he's on the bench actually. And then we have got Chaluba and Tosin as centre backs. Kukure at left back. Caicedo the captain. That's surprising. Enzo, not Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez is not the captain. That is surprising. Neto, Palmer, João Pedro, and Liam Delap. So looks like a kind of a 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1. João Pedro may be playing behind Liam Delap, the main striker, and former Manchester City man Liam Delap. And I'm going to tweet this. Let's see how it is received or whatever. But interesting that Fernandez isn't the captain. So yeah, I mean, I'll talk about the game against Palace last Sunday, which ended 0-0. Chelsea were very lucky to escape with a draw in that game. Escape with a draw in that game. I mean, how the referee ruled that out. I mean, the rule that they came in and how I was absolutely flabbergasted seeing that what what I mean what the referee came up with. I mean that was despicable in my opinion. The way the way that free kick by Ebreze Eze, who looks now will be signing with looks now will be signing with Arsenal. I mean, how that free kick was ruled out was absolutely despicable in my eyes. And yeah, I mean, I thought Palace were very decent apart from last 7 8 minutes when they thought that a draw was a decent result for them at Chelsea. Eventually, I mean, last season they drew with last season they drew with they drew with last season they drew with what do you call last season they drew with Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge. So I mean, won't be surprising if West Ham can dig in. They might get a result against. They might get a result against Chelsea. It would be a big surprise given that Chelsea are world champions, FIFA Club World Cup champions. Whether that helps them, we'll find out. But my initial thinking is that going later and deeper into the competition, it will take its toll. Let's see who they bring in. There have been talks of there have been talks of Xavi Simons coming in. Not sure where he's going to play. I mean, he's very much a player like he's very much a player like what's his name, Cole Palmer. I mean, and I mean Neto is also there. Maybe he can play as right-sided attacker, Xavi Simons, but I don't know where they'll play him. Enzo Enzo Fernandez. I mean, maybe not being the captain will help him in this get get him will help him play perform better, whether that helps or not, because some people strive with their captaincy, others fold under it. Bowen, he's done well. Caicedo, I mean, the way he plays, he could easily get sent off. The way he plays, I mean, he's I think he's on occasions has been very lucky that he hasn't been sent off. I mean, even I mean, a couple of seasons ago with Newcastle, he, he should have been sent off in my opinion. And yeah, so let's see. Um, Enzo Maresca. I mean, Chelsea spent a lot of money. They have spent a lot of money on Pedro Delap this season, uh, Jorel Hato, Estevao, these kind of players. So pressure will be on him. But given that he has already landed a couple of trophies, I doubt he'll be under that much pressure. But I mean, under in the Champions League, he'll he'll be expected to deliver. He'll be expected to deliver. I mean, certainly playoff place, that is 8th or 9th to 24th for Maresca. And yeah, we'll see how it goes for Chelsea, because as I said, I mean, they Chelsea may have won their two preseason games against Milan and Leverkusen, but in against Crystal Palace, who might have been more prepared than what they were. What they were. in terms of fitness. They look they looked better in my opinion than Chelsea, the London rivals, and yeah. So interesting to see where it goes for Chelsea. Of course, the Champions League draw next Thursday, Europa League Conference League draw next Thursday. I think it's just one show, the conference and the Europa League draw this time. Usually it's uh, it's two different shows, and yeah. So we'll see how it we'll see how it uh, how it goes for all the 36 clubs in the Conference League and Champion League, and then yeah, 36 as well in the Europa Conference. In the Europa, 36 in all competitions. We'll see how it goes for all the clubs. About 20 minutes to go before the action kicks off at the London Stadium, home of West Ham United Football Club. I mean, Graham Potter, he's I mean, we have talked about Enzo Maresca. Graham Potter came in last season after Julian Lopetegui was sacked from his post following very poor showing. I mean, he did get somehow, I mean, very comfortably beat Newcastle United at St James's Park, which was which was commendable for West Ham that day. Everyone expected in that late November game that Newcastle will wipe the floor with the West Ham, but no. But I mean, I am digressing, slightly digressing. But yeah, Graham Potter. This is his first full season with the Hammer squad with the Hammer squad, and he's had the full preseason. I mean, I did watch a couple of their games in the Premier League Summer Cup against Manchester United, and I think might have been Bournemouth or Everton um, against Manchester United. They didn't look that convincing, but they won the other two games, I think, and they won the other two games. So they won the other two games, and yeah, but their performance against Sunderland, I mean, I was flipping between the Spurs Burnley game and the West Ham versus what do you call Sunderland game. I mean, the way Sunderland, the way third goal was scored by Wilson Isidore. I hope that's how you pronounce his name, Wilson Isidore. Um, I mean, new goalkeeper. You realize that your two goalkeepers in Alphonse Ariola, and Lucas Fabianski are not good enough. You get in a keeper, and the way he conceded that third goal. Not sure what he was trying to do, and then um, three center halves you have conceding two headed goals to Mayenda and Dan Ballard. Uh, I mean, the alarm bells should be ringing for the alarm bells should be ringing for West Ham. Somehow they need to rally. They sold Kudus on to Spurs, as I told you earlier, and then who's gone to Spurs, and then uh, you brought in Hermanson and you brought in Hermanson and what do you call Paqueta? Oh, sorry, not Paqueta. You brought in Al Haji Malik Diouf, who, let's be honest, we don't know much about. I mean, he was linked with another club. Might have been Sunderland, might have been Burnley, might have been someone else. And who you have brought in? I mean, first game it will be pretty harsh to cast aspersions on his ability and what he can or cannot do. And maybe he is out of playing out of position as well. So I mean, Potter. I mean, obviously he hasn't had a chance to. They've signed Walker Peters as well as a backup to Van Bissaka. So yeah, I mean, there's very little to go on. I'm not sure who Graham Potter who's, is trying to sign because this squad. Um, Kilman, I think is a good player. Todibo, not quite sure on him. Newcastle were apparently looking at him last season. Wilson they brought in from Newcastle United. Not sure how fit he will be. They've lost Antonio, Mikel Antonio, and yeah. So it's. I mean, there's a lot of scope for improvement for Chelsea as far as the signings are concerned. That they've they've done very little they've done very little for what do you call Potter in terms of money available and coming back to the main scene and yeah. So what I would say is that it changes and how it changes and how much I mean it's not good now. It's not good at all. So let's not go there. I wanted to try something and see if it works or not. If it works or not, but yeah. So yeah, Graham Potter is indeed well to survive. He'll do well to survive with with this squad. With this squad, I mean, there are a lot of clubs that are under pressure, that are under pressure. Who I mean, with Sunderland and um, what do you call Sunderland and call, Sunderland and Leeds spending a lot of money. With Sunderland and Leeds spending a lot of money, they will be under tremendous amount of pressure. West Ham, and they could quite conceivably find themselves in a relegation battle all throughout the season. Their striking options, Wilson, Fulkrug, and Bowen, that doesn't strike fear in anybody's hearts, and that doesn't strike fear in anybody's hearts. And yeah, I mean, if I were a West Ham fan, I'd be watching a lot of games from behind the sofa, metaphorically speaking, and yeah, about 10 minutes to go. But last season, West Ham away at Stamford Bridge performed decently against against Chelsea. They lost 2-1. There were a couple of dodgy decisions earlier in the season. They lost. I mean, they lost 3-0 to they lost 3-0 to Chelsea. Um, Palmer or Jackson scored two, the other scored one. So and yeah, I mean, doesn't look good for West Ham. And but my expectation as a neutral is that this game will be like that. Will be like that. Chelsea are not fully fit. They're not up to speed. They had. I mean, they took a break after the FIFA Club World Cup. They only returned to training in early August. Then played two friendlies and yeah, I mean wasn't the best display against what do you call Crystal Palace, who won last night in the Europa Conference League. How they ended up in the Conference League another is another story. The whole season of battling UEFA, gas, and everything. They should have been in the Europa League, but against Friedrichstad, against Friedrichstad, they won 1-0. Now they'll have to travel. I don't know how many hundreds of miles in the second leg next week, and then if they can win, maybe if they can win or draw, they'll be in the main draw for the conference league, which is a kind of a competition which they can. I genuinely believe they can definitely win. I mean, we've seen Roma win it. If Olympiacos can win it, then certainly Palace under Glasner with good players. I mean, depends on. I mean, Eze has been sold, but depends on Gehi as well. If they can handle it, both the European competition and the domestic cup competitions as well as the Premier League, it will be it will be it will be it will be something that they they can win. I mean, I doubt there is any genuine possibility of them going down. I doubt there is any genuine possibility of them going down. But you never know if they can certainly pass the Premier League and focus on the cup competition if they want to win. If they take both of them equally, then obviously their chances do take some hit. But I mean, in terms of transfers, I mean, how I have ended up talking about Crystal Palace in a West Ham versus Chelsea game is something I'll never know. But yeah, I mean, Crystal Palace will be what will be. They play against Nottingham Forest on Sunday. Yeah, we'll definitely be watching that game as well. And it's my niece's birthday as well. But chance permits, we will be watching the game between Palace and Forest if it is on TV because the US Open is also going on and yeah, yeah. So we'll definitely see. And what else? So prediction, I am going to go with 1-1. I mean, having talked about both the teams, I just think. I mean, I just think 1-1 is my prediction. That's what my thinking says, and that is what I am going to go with the 1-1. And and yeah, that's what I think will happen. Full Krug and Joe Pedro, the two scorers for me, and let me just tweet out this prediction of mine, and prediction of mine for the Twitterati. And, yeah, so let's see if it's right or not. About 5 minutes to go. Last week we had a minute silence for Diego Jota. Uh, this time round, I don't think there's anything planned or anything like that, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, so by my reckoning, about 5 minutes, 4 minutes to go now, and yeah, so it should be an exciting game. I've been rambling on and on and on for 51 minutes, and yeah, would be nice to talk about what is happening on the screen rather than what's not happening on it. We all talk about transfers, this, that, and the other, and this, that, and the other. But I mean, honestly, without the actual game itself, the side stories are basically irrelevant. The side stories are basically irrelevant, and yeah, so yeah, I've given you my prediction. If you're watching, let me know um, what your predictions are, and we'll see if it comes true. Um, if it comes true, 1-1. I've gone with Potter. I mean West Ham. I mean they are not. I mean both these teams are in London, but West Ham are not exactly the most intense, let's say, derby for any club apart from Millwall, who are in the championship. And yeah, so Chelsea, West Ham, it's a London derby. West Ham might take it ferociously, uh, go hell for leather in the opening minutes, but I think they would be careful with what happened with with Sunderland last week. I mean, second half they just blitzed them away with they just blitzed them away with what do you call, 3 goals, with them with 3 goals, and but I think Chelsea at London Stadium. I don't know how it will turn out for Chelsea at West Ham, and yeah. So a couple of minutes to go. Excited. I mean, football is there. What's not to be excited about? And let's see how it goes. Not sure who the referee is, but I mean, hopefully. 11 versus 11 for the entirety of the match. If it helps, then we'll see. I mean, no transfer talk for the next 90 minutes or couple of hours, maybe next couple of hours, maybe, and then we'll revisit that maybe tomorrow or on Sunday, later today, as it is now here in the country I am in, which is India, and yeah, so we'll keep our options open, and I mean, hoping for a decent decent game where both teams, get it down and play, get it down and play, and kickoff can't be that far away. Oh, no Cole Palmer. Not sure what's happened with him. No Cole Palmer. He's on the bench. Not sure who's come in for him in the team. I mean that's a sort of a blow for. Let's just check who's come in for. Let's see. I mean, if it's available on Twitter or not. I mean, I don't see any. I mean, tweet about Palmer's injury, but he's obviously not playing. I mean, this kit of Chelsea, especially the jersey, looks really classy. Black is one of my favorite colors, along with white. So, Cole Palmer, in the opening 90 seconds, they've already shown him on the bench twice. I'll just check. So yeah, I mean he's not playing. We'll find out who is in for him. Find out who is in for him. But massive blow, no doubt, for Maresca. Todibo on the ball, the French centre half, formerly of Barcelona. I mean that should be a big fillip for the ball. Can Van Bissaka get there? No, it's too quick for him. And yeah, Estevao I think has come in for Cole Palmer, the young Brazilian who's rated very highly, but let's see what he can and can't do on the pitch. Enzo Maresca, I mean Cole Palmer, the last two seasons has been mesmerizing for Chelsea, and interesting to see how long this injury keeps him out for. I don't know what the injury is for. What the injury is for. So not sure if we can speculate, or we should speculate, but Chelsea 55% chances of them winning, West Ham 21, the remaining draw 24%. Yeah, I mean, big disappointment. As I said, massive Philip for West Ham. West Ham have had a lot of early possession without much goal mouth action, let's call it. Obviously, it's only early 4 minutes played. Max Hermanson making his home debut. Another injury, is it? I mean, I didn't discuss this in the pre-match. I mean, Wesley Fofana, not sure what is going on with him. I mean, West Ham snapping into challenges. Lucas Paqueta now cleared of his spot fixing allegations. Net Bowen offside. So Chelsea sloppy in possession. Lost a couple of times. As Paqueta. Oh, goal! Lucas Paqueta, what a strike! Lucas Paqueta makes it 1-0. I mean, he was given all the time and space, and he's absolutely bulleted it in the net, and nothing Robert Sanchez could do. Brilliant start for brilliant start for West Ham. What a start! And I mean, 1-0. I mean, ball was given away by Chelsea, and he's capitalized. Let's see. I don't think Sanchez could have done anything about it. Ball was lost. And there's West Ham. Ball swerves. Maybe he could have gotten a hand to it, but I don't know. What a goal! What a goal! 1-0. The Hammers. That was a hammer. Paqueta makes it 1-0 in the 7th minute, 6th minute. Chelsea, they could have gone down early in the game against Palace. Now they have to score, get something out of the game. Whether they will or they won't, we'll find out. And uh, losing Cole Palmer. I mean, I've forgotten about that. He's kind of their talisman, and kind of their talisman foul given head injury. Or Prowse or Suchek, one of the two. Full Krug it is. Full Krug. Sure where he gets head injury from. See, I mean, he jumps into Joe Pedro's elbow, so nothing he could have done, but it's painful nonetheless, and painful nonetheless, and yeah, let's see who gives the ball away. Might have been Estevao trying flicks and tricks, and is if it was Estevao, it's his fellow Brazilian who's punished them. Bubbles are bubbling. Big relief for Lucas Paqueta being cleared of those spot fixing charges. Great start at London Stadium for West Ham. Krug, formerly of Werder Bremen or Wolfsburg, one of the two, and then Dortmund scored against Spain in the Euros last year. Was injured quite a lot in the previous season for West Ham, but yeah, Shadow. Estevao for Palmer is such a. I mean, for me at least, it's a cross header cleared by Van Bissaka. Oh, might be a check throw. I think check is complete, but it's. I mean, as good as Estevao may become, but as things stand, it's a massive drop off. It's a massive drop off in quality from Palmer to Estevao, and the fact that they don't have anyone else of reasonable quality. I mean, it might hasten Xavi Simons' arrival from Leipzig, the Dutchman. Chelsea need to quicken the pace up. Dawson, formerly of Fulham and Manchester City. Pedro Neto playing on the left hand side. Not sure who's on the right. Liam Delap is down the middle. Then Malo Gusto, I mean, giving width on the right hand side. Chaloba, we all thought was going to West. To Palace rather. Penalty appeal kind of. Alhaji Malik Diouf players. And Lucas Paqueta. I mean, looks like he was holding his groin. But Michael Oliver checking. Tillman taking chances. Joao Pedro, I mean, he goes down very easily. I doubt it's not been given. I didn't even have the chance to complete my freaking sentence. Chelsea, West Ham, I mean, as you would think, They are inviting pressure sitting back, but they just scored, as they say, you're most vulnerable when you've just scored. So maybe hitting that. It's a chance! No chance. It was cleared by Al Haji Malik Due. First corner of the game goes to Chelsea. Al Haji Malik Due's header goes backwards. I mean, Estevao was coming in, number 41, left footer. It can't be easy the whole week you're prepared for a game with a certain 11 and then someone pulls up at the last minute and that too your main player, main attacker. Oh, header 1-1. It's João Pedro 1-1. It's equalized. João Pedro makes it 1-1. I mean, open at almost certainly middle of the goal and it's 1-1. 15 minutes in, João Pedro gets his first Premier League goal for Chelsea. Chelsea's first goal of the campaign. Cucurella heads on and João Pedro makes it 1-0 or 1-1. I mean, brilliant flicked header. Nothing Van Bissaka needs to do better. He's on the wrong side and nothing Hermansen can do. By the time he gets there, it's already crossed the line. It's 1-1. And it's 1-1. Uh, well, if you wanted goals, we've got goals. Two of them in the first 15 minutes. And yeah, first corner of the game, and first goal of the game as well. So I mean, all good, I guess. 15 minutes in, will be honest, didn't see that coming. Just have need to be careful. They might end up giving Chelsea too much space. Cross it, cross it. Oh, blocked. Hit it. 2-1 West Ham. Yes, full Krug it is. Nicholas Fulkrug makes it 2-1. What a strike by the German. Now, not sure the Chelsea are complaining about something, but not sure really what their complaints are about. But Fulkrug makes it 2-1. I mean, 18 goals, 18 minutes gone, and 2-1 as it stands for the Hammers. They'd be pretty happy with that. They'd be pretty happy with that. Toshan complaining, but that might be offside. Might be offside. It might get ruled out. Might get ruled out. I mean, it looked offside to me. I mean, Robert Sanchez, I think, had it covered, but it looks offside to me. I mean, it looks fairly obvious from that angle. Looks fairly obvious from that angle, so might get ruled out. Rodigo looks like in an offside position. There's automated offside. So I'm not sure why it's taking that long, but offside it is ruled out. Rodivo was offside. The goal is ruled out, and for fuck's sake, we're back at 1-1. Disappointing to learn that it was offside, but it was a shoe length offside, fairly obvious in my eyes. 1-1. It is not 2-1 as the screen is showing. Disappointment for Fulkrug. It's back to 1-1. At least both teams have now gotten off the mark for this Premier League season. Oh, almost for Chelsea. Chelsea almost making it 2-1. Liam Delap not getting away his shot. And, yeah, so the graphics looks to have kind of gotten stuck. 1-1 in London Stadium. West Ham, as I was saying, need to be careful. They don't want to be giving Chelsea too much respect. That's a corner, awkward from Toshan. First corner for West Ham, and they capitalize. Not sure who takes it, but Ward Prowse would look like an obvious target to take it. Full crew, Kilman, Agard, and Todibo. Ward Prowse is the one who takes it, number 8. Check as well. Over the bar from Kilman, I think. And Full crew is a very good header. The referee has given a foul, but so far so good. The game has been good. Shoulder of Full crew. And it was Kukureya's assist uh, for Chelsea level. And I mean, poor pass from Matt Hamilton got relegated with Leicester City last season. Strolachek started the season as number 1, and then he came in. Nice response by Chelsea. They went down a goal and then came back. Good skill by Esteban. Pedroneto crosses. Good covering by Malik Diouf. I think he's a midfielder. Ooh, ball given away. West Ham are playing with fire. It's 2-1. It's Pedroneto. It's 2-1 to Chelsea. They've completely turned around this game. Awful defending. Paqueta wants a foul. Not given. And it's 2-1 to Chelsea. Well, it's certainly not offside. It might still get ruled out, but it's certainly not. It's certainly not what do you call offside. Certainly not offside. And 2-1 as it stands. 2-1 as it stands to Chelsea. Nothing Hermanson could do. Absolutely shambolic defending by Pedro Neto comes in on the blind side of Van Bissaka. Not, I mean, he needs to be paying more attention uh, before Hermanson realizes what's going on. It's in the back of the net. 2-1. It's Chaloba fouls or what Paqueta claims to be a foul, and it's 2-1 Chelsea. Pedro Neto, of course, deeply affected by the untimely passing of Diego Jota, fellow Portuguese, and Graham Potter, obviously. Bad situation has gotten worse. Who knows? Graham Potter might be the first manager getting sacked this season. Malo Gusto is down, receiving treatment, and not sure what's happened to his leg. But the goal stands. Obviously, it stands. He's one warming up club captain. 5 games tomorrow in the Premier League. Arsenal leads Man City. Man City versus Spurs will be a big game as well. And cream of the crop. Bournemouth are in action. Everton as well. Everton were honkingly bad against Leeds, a promoted team. Their game on Monday night. The game has restarted 2-1 to Chelsea as it stands. West Ham need to be careful. We haven't seen anything of Jared Bowen. I mean, oh, there goes Pedro Neto. Skill comes in fast. Wow! And João Pedro lashes it over the bar. Way over. Close. And Maresca would be happy with the way it's gone. The way his team has fought back. Ended up anonymous, as has Jared Bowen been. Pedro Neto. West Ham support couldn't have been, much pleased with the way the transfer business has taken place at I keep saying Upton Park, but at London Stadium, but 68% possession for Chelsea, 4 attempts, 2 goals. can't be that much excitement ahead of a new Premier League season, especially we've already conceded five goals in what last last hour or so. I mean, last 2 hours of football, you have conceded five goals. The opening couple of weekends, all the teams are cautious in their approach, the way they approach things, and the way they approach things, conceding three goals to Sunderland could have been. João Pedro, apart from that effort and the offside goal, there's there's nothing West Ham have done, and there's Chelsea again on the attack. Amundsen prevents a corner. I mean, just to let you know, Cole Palmer out injured for this game. Uh, Chelsea are pressing. Good pass. Like it comes ahead. Malik Diouf. It's almost like West Ham have gone into the shells. They're trying something, but Chelsea is still the more dominant of the teams. Need to see more of Paqueta and Ward Prowse maybe from set pieces. I know it was difficult to execute, but there's Alhaji Malik Diouf. He does. Malik Diouf. Ooh, man. Chaloba. Pass was well placed. Maybe who knows what might have happened, but 2-1 as it stands. Nothing, I've seen nothing of Jared Bowen. Haven't seen much of Estebao either. But oh, Estebao. Can he shoot? Oh, 3-1. Brilliant by Estevao, and Enzo Fernandez makes it. Oh, it's Enzo Fernandez who's the captain. I thought it might have been Caicedo, but 3-1. Brilliant by Estevao, the young Brazilian, and free on the far post was free on the far post was what's his name? Fernandez. 3-1 as things stand. Onside, nothing Van Bissaka. I mean, should have been more alert. Esteban showing his pace, trickery, and 3-1. West Ham have conceded 6 goals now. Not good at all. At all. See if this works or not. The battery is going slightly. Charges. It is working slightly. Okay. Next change. Need to change that. Yeah. It looks slightly better now. 3-1. And I mean, it was such a good start by West Ham, but I mean, thrown it all away. Can't see Chelsea's conceded 2 goals the way West Ham have been playing. The way it is going, the ground will be half empty. Right? The ground will be half empty. Like the ground will be half empty like this very soon. I mean, Van Bissaka has defended very poorly in the first half. Bowen, I mean, is the captain. He needs to do something. Goal kick, Van Bissaka probably wanting a free kick. I mean, it's sad to see West Ham being struggling like this. Ball was slightly heavy. Maybe he could have. I mean, you can't be allowing that thing to happen. Pedro Neto has no intention of playing the ball, but I mean, utterly brilliant by Chelsea. Not that West Ham have made it any difficult for them. No. They've been awful. West Ham now diving into challenges. They need to be careful. They don't want to be getting sent off. Some of these challenges look reckless. Poor, poor. Goalkeeping, not the best. And, general play, not the best at all. Played Krug, Akata, straight to Sanchez. I mean, I'm struggling to get excited about this one. And this, I mean, Chelsea have completely turned this around, and I mean, hard to see it getting any better. I mean, if anything, I can see Chelsea scoring more and more goals. Last year, they were 2 or 3-0 up at half time. They ended up winning 3-0. Uh, this year, I mean, they conceded a brilliant goal by Lucas Paqueta, but I mean, since then, they have utterly dominated the West Ham team. who, to be honest, haven't put up much of a fight. And they've conceded 6 goals in what, 3 halves of football? Not even three. They will surely be one of the teams who okay. I mean, West Ham's midfield is slow, dreadfully slow. To be honest, David Gold, I think it is not Sullivan. One of the Davids. I mean, the other one is not with us anymore. So, Paulo Delap and Kukurea probably. German Spaniard. I mean, if West Ham can get a goal, not with the passing like that, Chelsea look far better than West Ham. My prediction of 1-1. Chelsea have played well, but West Ham, my goodness, how bad have they been? Falling, falling to say the least. Chelsea fans in the stadium happy. Look at Malagusto. How far forward is he? This has been dreadful by West Ham. That too without Cole Palmer. He would have had a field day. Thomas Tuchel watching. How many England players are there? Chaloba, Dawson. I think Dawson is English. Who else? Jared Bowen, James Ward-Prowse. I don't think he is. And Bissaka, doubt. He'll be considered. West Ham. If you offered West Ham 3-1, I think they'd take it. The problem is that there's a whole frigging second half remaining. And the supporters who are paid for their season tickets or box office, they won't be happy. Good defending Kukurea against Bowen. despair. Chelsea thought they had the throw, but it's woeful. Absolutely woeful from West Ham. Do something. 45 minutes almost up. We've had four goals. There was an injury to Gusto, Malo Gusto. So I'm expecting around 2.5 or 2, 3 minutes. 2.5. 6 minutes. There was a VAR check as well. I don't think it was that long. Lucas Paqueta collecting the ball off the goalkeeper. He should be further forward. All that's a dreadful touch by what Prowse and Trucek, I think, are too slow against the pace of Estevao, João Pedro, etc. Free kick. Can West Ham make it count? Wants Estevao to drop a little deeper. Goes in. Now Pedro Neto against Paqueta. Oh, played. Now Estevao is quick. Good defending by Malik Diouf. Another injury. We've already got 6 minutes, and 47th minute we've got another injury. Full Fulkrug down again. He had an head injury sort of, so that was another stoppage which I completely forgot about. So accidental collision with the Tosin at the Bayoyo. Touch, good touch by Dilap, but unfortunately others were not on the same page and weren't close enough either. Even though the touch was good, it was no good. Let's see how it goes. West Ham, even a shot on, I mean, that's a shot on target, short of Pedro Neto. Wow, he's got his first assist of the there hasn't been a yellow card thus far, but I mean, patience of the referee has been tested quite a bit. So half time, not that far away, maybe 60, 80 seconds or so. Chelsea, I mean, I didn't see it coming. I mean, tells you how good the Palace were. Ball on top, corner to Chelsea in the last minute of the added time. Gusto, the right back, so far forward. Good diagonal run for from the Frenchman and stays the corner. Malo Gusto signed from Lyon. Let's see what kind of delivery Enzo Fernandez delivers. Cleared away, half time, 3-1 Chelsea. Absolutely diabolical performance from Chelsea. This and I mean it's been terrible. It's been absolutely terrible. I genuinely cannot believe how bad it has been from Chelsea. You know how bad it is from Chelsea. It's also from West Ham. Yes, they took the lead, which was a kind of a mistake from. It was a kind of a mistake from Chelsea player Estevao, I think it was, and then yeah, I think it was Estevao, and then I think it was Estevao, and then yeah, yeah, and 1-0 it was, but then it was all Chelsea from then on. They equalized. West Ham could have pulled one, could have edged ahead after West Ham could have edged ahead after the goal that was scored by Fulku, but he was clearly offside. So that didn't count. And since then, Pedro Neto and what's his name, Pedro Neto and Enzo Fernandez, who's the captain, they've delivered massive blows to massive blows to they've delivered massive blows to West Ham in this game. And yeah, The two goals that Chelsea have scored since equalizing, I mean, could have been avoided. Mistakes. Hold on. Oh, oh, Chrome might be updating then, and yeah, well, it's working fine now, and yeah, well, yeah, well, what will be, we'll see how it goes and how it goes, and yeah, so I mean, tough times for West Ham. They're 3-1 down. They've lost 3-0 away at a newly promoted team in Sunderland last week. The fans are probably expecting more. The fans are probably expecting more, and that is depressing stuff from that is depressing stuff from second game of the season. You got FA Cup, you got Carabao Cup. I mean, couple of seasons ago under David Moyes, you were winning the Europa Conference League. Now you are being thrashed by Chelsea, being thrashed by Sunderland. I mean, there there is no spark. There is. It looks like no money to spend. They might have to sell Jared Bowen now in order to bring someone in now. I mean, if you can sell Bowen and bring a couple of players in, it might eventually benefit them. But even on then, I am a bit 50-50 whether that will work or not because I don't know. Jared Bowen is the talisman. Is there someone else they can sell? Lucas Paqueta probably. Maybe there's a need to look at the right back situation. Van Bissaka, he's not pulled up any trees, so Kyle Walker Peters for the second half. Andy Irving, and Skulls, a couple of players that you can bring on. They are basically youngsters. Who else? Let's look at the West Ham bench and see who they can bring on. Who they can bring on. I mean, I genuinely don't know. Uh, Honestly, Adiola, Wilson, maybe Rodriguez calls. Oof, man, it's tough. It's tough for West Ham. It's tough for West Ham. Who else is there? Watts, not sure who that is. Marshall, not sure who that is. And that is not good. Not good at all. West Ham need to be careful that they don't just drift. Don't just drift. They need to do something. I mean, I know it's Chelsea, the Club World Cup champions, and then Sunderland 3-0. Oh dear, oh dear. That's that's uh, that's. I mean, clearly that is not good from a West Ham point of view, and that is not good from a West Ham point of view. And they need to. I mean, they need to dig their heads in and dig some sort of solution out Because this can't carry on now. While I'll go back to that scene, main scene. 3-1, it stands. Uh, could have been worse for could have been worse for West Ham still. It's could have been worse for West Ham still. It's only 3-1. Could have been. I think Chelsea took their foot off the pedal in the last couple of, let's last 10 or so minutes. I think they took their foot off the pedal in the last couple of minutes. Otherwise, I mean, in the second half, I expect Chelsea to come out all guns blazing. West Ham, the more they try to attack, the more in danger they are. But I mean, we have seen teams fighting back. But Graham Potter, I am now starting to believe other people. I mean, I thought he would work well at West Ham, but Chelsea he didn't do that well at Brighton. It wasn't that great. Brighton were happy to let him go to Chelsea. After Chelsea, he's taken the West Ham job. And to think that he was also linked with the England job. Genuinely, I don't know how anyone could have considered him for an England job because at West Ham he did, can't see any improvement. In fact, you think that maybe Lopetegui was doing a decent enough job, and, uh, and, uh, and and I mean it would take a miracle for West Ham to finish anything above 12th. I mean, I'm not talking about even the top half. I'm just saying even finishing top 12 would be tough for them. Top 14 even based on the last couple of games. I mean, including this one, Chelsea and uh, this is the other one now. Sunderland. I mean, Sunderland newly promoted. I think I mentioned Sunderland more than Newcastle. So, I mean, Chelsea need to wake up and open their damn eyes because otherwise, West Ham need to open up, come up with innovative solutions. Let's see if they have a women's team that they can sell to themselves, or something, sell something, buy something. I mean, I think, as I was saying, they signed Wilson in place of Antonio. They signed. Who else have they signed? They've signed Alhaji Malik Diouf, Kyle Walker Peters. It's not good enough. And for the sake of Premier League, I mean, these teams are getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. The top teams are getting stronger. Uh, Wait till they play Liverpool or something like that, who play, I mean, who have the ability to play Arsenal. I mean, Liverpool and Arsenal, Man City and Spurs and Manchester United. They all have the ability to play at a higher tempo. Even Chelsea, even Newcastle United. Newcastle United will press the living daylights out of Aston Villa and Leeds. What they did to Everton on the opening day. So I mean, it's not looking good, bro, for West Ham. They need to pull their finger out. The players need to lose this apathy that they seem to have developed. Fans have been moaning about their owners, David and Karen Brady, and the owner David, I don't know what his surname is, Gold or Sullivan. One of them is obviously not with us anymore, but yeah, but it's obviously it's not good. Obviously, it's fuck man, fuck my luck. And yeah, some phone almost fell down, and yeah, so let's see where we go from here, and where we go from here. Think and yeah, the second half should be should be starting. You know, can't be that long. The second half to start. It's been not so good with the West Ham. I mean, from a games point of view, from a spectacles point of view, you think that West Ham can improve. I mean, I've seen people come back and win 4-3 or something like that from 3-1 down even later in the game, like compared to what we are right now. But I mean, West Ham need to do something. They need to really do something. I mean, set pieces, free kick, Ward Prowse maybe if he can do something. But I mean, I've not seen anything. A couple of substitutions for West Ham, Wilson and Potts coming on. I mean, I don't even know what position Potts plays in. Wilson in place of Fulkrug, and let's see who Potts comes on. He's come on for, but the second half is about to begin. Half has begun. Let's see who Potts came on for. 3-1, as you can see, is the score. Wilson too far. Might be center half Potts. To think that there's no Cole Palmer. Who knows? Might be a blessing in disguise for Chelsea. That Palmer isn't there, but West Ham haven't put up any sort of resistance, and any sort of resistance. Todibo he came on for left-sided center half is outside. Todibo, the money for him has been paid this year as well. He was on loan last season from Nice. I mean, Al Haji Malik Diouf has looked good in this game. However little I see now. Now he's down, injured. I doubt. And Callum Wilson, I thought he was much done at Newcastle last season. Can give a couple of good years at the club at which he's at, but I'm not really sure if he's the answer to West Ham's ailments. Given that it's early in the season, Chelsea just need to be. I mean, if I were a Chelsea manager, I'd tell them just be careful. Don't take too many chances. 3-1 is good enough. If you score more, fine, but don't risk injury. Don't risk any other stuff. And we'll be back home soon enough. We'll be back home soon enough, and with all 3 points. If West Ham can get a goal even in the 85th minute, they can make things tricky for Chelsea. But based on first half, you wouldn't bet anything on it. You won't put anything on it. Matt Hamilton is taking so much time on the ball. You think that they're 3-1 up, not 3-1 down. Wilson get involved in a physical sort of a battle. Chelsea getting into the groove. Oh, good pass. 4 on 4. It's Pedro Neto. Oh, could be over the bar. Should have scored Enzo Fernandez. Should have been 4-1. What a brilliant pass. Onside, I think it was. Enzo Fernandez. I mean, all he has to do is hit the target. Number 7 to number 8. And Chelsea, Pedro. Too long, Joe Pedro. Chelsea, 2 trophies last season. Will be looking to add. Um, can't see them winning the Premier League. The Champions League is luck of the draw, and then but I wouldn't put them favorites. FA Cup, Carabao Cup. See how seriously Malaska takes it. The Carabao Cup, that is. Last season he played an entirely different 11 in the Carabao Cup. Lost to Newcastle at St James's Park, and Newcastle went on to win the trophy. So let's see if what approach he takes He had to find a pass, but it's blocked behind by Tillman. When he signed for goals, he'd be thinking, what the hell have I done? Kukurea, good run. Again, Van Bissaka letting him go. It's comes the corner. Hermanson drops. Oh, 4-1. It's Kai Sado, another midfielder who scored. I mean, Hermanson, another mistake by Matt Hermanson. Terrible. Oh, man, the game is almost done, I think. Game is done. The game is done. Matt Hermanson. The crowd is leaving. The crowd is leaving, and Graham Potter. I mean, the fact that Hermanson was signed to eliminate errors like this. Man, flapping at the ball outside of the foot from Caicedo off the bar and in. I mean, a large chunk. I mean, a chunk of the crowd is leaving. Certainly not Chelsea supporters. They'd be over the moon. And Potter, I mean, his reputation is through the mud. What's what has happened to West Ham? They just look way off it. Oh, ball lost. Now Chelsea on the attack, 3-on-3. Delap, 4-on-3, sort of. Oh, Pedro Neto played wide. That's a dreadful pass by Delap. Such a poor pass by Delap. Awful choice of pass. Pass. Delap. Estebao. Oh, corner. And West Ham are at sixes and sevens, or 12s and 14s, or whatever you call it. This is not good. Absolutely shit show this is. Chelsea fans behind the goal urging their player on. Jerseys, how do you say opposite of growing on me? They're falling on me. I mean, it's pretty good, but maybe not as good as what I thought. Corner, Petroneto floats it in, punched away. Again, oh, 5-1. Another corner, Tosin this time. Oh, Chaloba. And from corners, Chelsea look lethal. Because West Ham are dreadful. I mean, 8 goal conceded in what 152 and a half hours of football by West Ham. Graham Potter must be tearing his hair out, and he's got good crop of hair. Man, Chelsea 5, West Ham nil or 1. And to think that they opened the scoring, let's have a closer look at it. Again, goalkeeper nowhere. Delap blocks him. Ah, man. West Ham. I mean, schoolboys defending by West Ham. Joe Pedro flicks it on, and Chalobah scores off the arm of Suchek. I mean, good thing that it went in, otherwise, he might have been sent off or handling on the line. Might have been his shoulder, but that is awful defending. If you are a West Ham, you have to cry. Let me check if it's David Gold or David Sullivan. Game is done. Sullivan, Gold, David Sullivan it is. I mean, West Ham need to be careful. They don't want to be conceding sevens or eights or sixes. Even gets to its one of the targets. Ball lost. And Chelsea could be lethal on a counter attack. And here is another counter attack. I mean, they aren't going to achieve much. Oh, Pedro Neto fix it. Oh, cleared. Fernandez over the bar. 5-1. 6 minutes. Half an hour played. PSG in action. They are 1-0 up against Angers. Liam Delap going off. Yeah. Why not make substitutions? Josh Achimpong coming on. Defender for an no, it's on the center. Why would I think Achimpong? Corner to West Ham. Paqueta is down. Imagine if they get an injury to a player. Paqueta doesn't look good. West Ham need to back. Paqueta still getting treatment. I mean, it would be wise to take him off. Looks like might have accidentally taken an elbow in the face. Potts, and he has done more hair flicks than defending or passing combined. But what Prowse to take the corner. Prowse. He has already suffered one relegation with Southampton. Won't want another one. Corner, another corner. It was a vicious delivery, that one. West Ham. I, dear Lord, I thought 1-1. I don't think it's a particularly good Chelsea scene. Chance for West Ham over the bar from Wilson. He should have opened his West Ham, goal scoring account there. I think maybe Robert Sanchez would have caught it, but let's see how far. I mean, far, very far, not even close to the target. Chelsea so comfortable, and like men against boys, to be honest. 10 attempts, 6 on target, 5 scored. I think the scoring might be done here. I doubt West Ham would venture too much forward from here. Yellow card from Bruno. Who is Bruno? Oh, Chelsea support staff maybe, or West Ham support staff maybe. Yeah, West Ham support. Former Brighton player, I think, Bruno Salter or something like that. Phone won't charge. What can you do if you are a West Ham fan or player? Played in. Chance! Chance! Oh no! What a miss by Suchek. I think West Ham need a defensive player. I mean, West Ham need a six. Need a six. Suchek getting forward, Ward Prowse getting forward, Paqueta getting forward. West Ham need to get in a good midfield six. Chelsea and West Ham both preparing substitutions. As Estevao, I've not seen much of Estevao in the second half. As Malagusto, was not sure what he was appealing for. Wilson does well. Bowen, should have taken a shot. Tried to play someone through. I mean, Bowen has been anonymous. Not seen him do anything. Crowd is almost gone. Chance for Suchek. Good defending. Played away. Oh, good save, Sanchez. What a save by Robert Sanchez from Potts. corner offside given. I mean, should have given it earlier if it was evident to you at that time. But offside. Reece James, Wesley Fofana, maybe some youngster. I should left back Jorel Hato. Of course, Jorel Hato. Chiluba goes off. The game is done. Kukurea, Gusto, and Chiluba going off. Wesley Fofana comes on. He's injured. He's been injured. Uh, Suche goes off. Kyle Walker Peters is on. He's had a couple of relegations with Southampton. If he's not careful, he'll be going down again. Sanchez. What sort of a pass is that? That's terrible from you. Chance. Wilson! 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 Oh man, Wilson, what the fuck are you doing, man? I mean, he did so well and I mean, should have taken a shot on his right foot, but I mean, maybe probably would have been a consolation, just a consolation, but corner. But Wilson should have taken a shot. I mean, why won't you take a shot there? There, there. Oh man. I mean, you're putting other player under pressure. Skywalker Peters. I'm not sure where Crescencio Somerville is. I don't know why I'm stammering a bit, but offside, I think. When Somaresca, former Leicester City manager, and Wilson are not going to pull up any trees. I doubt. Can't see them scoring 15 goals combined. Well played, these James. Oh, good ball! Good ball! Estevao! Can he score? I am sure he can't. Man, good defending, but terrible attacking. Off onside. I mean, Al Haji Malik Diouf. Malik. Good block by Hillman. But what a pass that was from Reece James. That should have been six. Should have easily been six there. Superb pass. Reece James, who's now the captain. Oh, ball lost. Here's Estevao. Counter attack. mean, it's 5-1. It could so easily have been 6-2, 7-2, something like that. Why has it not been like that? For me, West Ham, Jared Bowen is getting no time, no space on the ball at all. Thomas decides to stay. That's a foul. I mean, if Pedro Neto can stay fit, big asset, big asset for Chelsea. Oh, Pedro Neto. I mean, can he find a shot or a cross? Yet, fuck up. I mean, he would. I mean, if you are looking to experiment, it's the right time. But West Ham have been off. I think the fight went in the first half, as early as first half. The fourth goal, Matt Hermanson error. Stefan goes off. Jamie Bino gets is on. So another pacey winger. Let's see where he plays, right, left, wherever. I mean, they of course have sold Madweke and Kunku is not in the picture. Xavi Simons may come in. Cole Palmer is injured. I mean, think Cole Palmer hasn't played a minute in this game. Imagine the chaos he would have caused. Pedro Neto on the right, Beatons on the left. I mean, big problem for Pedro Neto at Wolves was that he could never stay fit, but he's getting fitter. And certainly not injured as often as he was at Wolves or in his first year at Chelsea. To be honest, it should have been 6 or 7 by now. And Chelsea is just playing with the West Ham in a figurative way. well. West Ham just going through the motions, I think. The game is going through the motions. The game has been over for a long, long chance that Estevao had. On, I mean, you can hurry up all you want, but you aren't going to win. Bayern Munich are also playing tonight. Let's see what they are doing. Luis Diaz has scored, that we know. Comes the West Ham corner over 6-0. Police hat trick by Kane. Wow, that has been one hell of a demolition by Bayern Munich on Leipzig. Police, Kane, and Diaz on his table. Offside, looks offside. 82 minutes played. Special network. He has scared the life out of West Ham. Foul. I mean, there are more empty seats now than people in the holding his knee. He looks in pain. Should recover. Knee on knee. So impact injury. It's only an accident, and even though it hurts, Paketa, Al Haji, Malik Diouf, these are the just two players I think who can hold their hand up. Otherwise, rest. I mean, at least they scored a goal. 5 minutes remaining. Best chance West Ham have had in the second half was Wilson playing Kyle Walker Peters. He should have shot himself, but too careful could have been a penalty. Jared Bowen has tried, but he's been well marshaled. Let's put it that way. Another header over the bar from a West Ham corner by Naif Agard. The Moroccan Santos. A bad game this has been from a West Ham point of view and from a neutral's point of view. Absolutely disgusting. More injuries. First yellow card of the game coming out. Joel had to substitute the Dutch defender for a player that is Bruno Vino got booked. Interesting to see how much every time is given. Late, late, earlier. Oh, free kick. What Prowse territory? Maybe. Yes. It's been a while since we saw what Prowse territory. Free kick. Must be pretty close to David Beckham's record. Alhaji Malik Diouf as well, but what Prowse probably over the bar deflected corner. Vicious delivery. Oh, again. Tillman might be Tillman. Max Gilman. Such an easy game for Chelsea. They conceded 3 minutes, conceded a great goal, but little did they know that that would just be a consolation for them. Fofana. For Pedro Neto, can he make the right choice? Blocked. Oh, handball is it? They want a handball? I mean, VAR check coming, maybe. If VAR, let's see. Oh, that's a handball. The hand is way out. I mean, blocking the shot, that has to be a penalty. I think that's a penalty. You can't leave your hand like that. I mean, if Tarkovsky's was a handball, then this certainly is a handball in my eyes. Oh no. Awful. Awful. Corner. It remains. Pedro lasting 90 minutes. Good. Enzo Fernandez crosses. Hermanson claims. Last minute of the added time. Let's get it over and done with. I mean, Wilson has disappeared. Oh, Pedro Neto. Can now he make a good choice? Pedro Neto is in the box. Oh man, another bad choice. I mean, I somehow hate it when the game is over, the team just slows down. Just go for the jugular. Maybe there was no one in the box. Time's up. 5-1 it finishes to Chelsea against West Ham. Where do West Ham go from here? Where do West Ham go from here? Al Haji Malik Diouf. I mean, he tried his best, as did Paqueta, but others were so bad. Terrible. Terrible from West Ham. Absolutely. My goodness. Absolutely appalling from West Ham. I mean, their supporters. Whew, And if I were a West Ham fan, I'd be wanting my money back. Oh man. Anyways, 5-1 it has finished. Lucas Paqueta gave West Ham an early lead. João Pedro equalized. Pedro Neto 2-1. Then Enzo Fernandez made it 3-1. Moises Caicedo made it 4-1. And then Nathaniel Chaloba or Trevor Chaloba made it 5-1 too. Made it 5-1 too. Made it 5-1 to Chelsea. The stadium was half empty by then, and I mean West Ham need to dig deep, money wise and player wise. Do some trading, wheeling, dealing, or whatever. Because they won't be surviving this Premier League season the way it is shaping for them. 8 goals conceded in 2 games. Anyways, I'll take your leave. I'll see you soon. Until then, take care. Stay safe. Bye for now.